Hello, beautiful mamas, and welcome to the number one inspired mamas extraordinaire. I'm Debbie Page, your host, and I'm here to help you embrace your journey of motherhood with intention, grace, and joy. Beautiful mamas, what if I told you, or what if the answer to feeling overwhelmed isn't another productivity hack, but rather a simple, peaceful walk with no agenda? So today we're going to explore how that gentlest form of movement might be exactly what your body and soul are craving. I am super passionate about helping moms find simple, practical ways to reduce overwhelm. And actually, there's a beautiful movement happening right now that I absolutely think you should know about, where people are rediscovering what I like to call joy walks, simple, peaceful walks with no goals, no step counts, no pressure. And I realized that in our productivity obsessed world, we've somehow turned even the most natural human movement into another task to optimize. So many mamas tell me they feel guilty if they don't hit the 10,000 steps, or if they're not walking fast enough, or if they're not getting their heart rate up. And I'm very happy to help you break from this type of hectic and chaotic mindset. The natural joy connection. Beautiful mamas. Here's what happens when you walk for joy. First, your body naturally releases those feel good hormones, endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine. These are your body's natural forces. They're your mood boosters, and they start to flow when you move in a way that feels good. Second, your mind finally finds space to breathe. So many mamas tell me that their minds are constantly racing with to-do lists and worries. I am one of those people. Yes, I'm a grandmother now of 9 babies, the 10th one on the way. But I still have my mind racing with, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. I'm running 2 businesses. So there is a lot that I have going on. I spend about 10 hours a week with my grandchildren. I'm super involved with my church. So I have a lot going on. But I have learned how to do these joy walks, and they have revolutionized my life. I start my morning as soon as I get downstairs. I mean, I have my upstairs routine, I have my downstairs routine. But as soon as I get downstairs and I get my coffee brewing, then I start with my walk. And I walk for 30 minutes. I read my devotions while I walk. I pray. I just find such great, oh, what do I say? I just find such great joy in spending this time not worrying about my businesses or thinking about how I'm going to grow the businesses, but really taking that time, well, for me to reflect on the Word of God, to really take that time to reflect on it. The thing is that when we are walking with joy and not just marching out there and trying to get our 10,000 steps in, we're reconnecting with nature. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be outside. I do my winter walks indoors because of 3 feet of snow outside. I just am not going to go out there with my snowshoes on to get that walk in. But as soon as the weather is okay, or as soon as the snow has melted, then I'm outside. But anyway, regardless, because of the way my walk circuit is inside, it's all windows. So I'm looking out over this gorgeous snow, and I stop and I glance out and I say, ah, thank you for those beautiful hemlock trees. And thank you for those stones that now are so covered with snow that I can't see the beautiful green moss on them, but I know that it's underneath the snow. Our spirit reconnects with nature, and we're designed to be in nature, to feel the air on our skin, to hear the birds singing, to notice the changing seasons. This connection is deeply healing. And your day gains these beautiful moments of peace, even with a 10-minute joy walk. And this is what I have found because of the type of schedule that I run every day with, 2 businesses. When I sense, and I'm very good now at sensing it very quickly, when I sense either my blood pressure's going up, my heart rate's increasing, I'm feeling the sort of anxiety in my belly, that's my signal. Change my physiology, start to walk. Sometimes I get on the trampoline and jump, but more often I just start to walk again. And I don't count the number of minutes. I certainly don't count the number of steps, but I just walk. And I enjoy it. Sometimes I sing and I laugh and I do silly things, but you know what? Who cares? Because I don't even care if somebody's watching. I do it with the grandchildren. I don't think I've done it with my own children, not my grown children. But this resets my entire emotional state. It gives me that breathing room that we all desperately need. Breaking free from should. Oh my goodness, how often do we use that word should? I've been trying to change that to shall. Instead of saying I should do this, I say I shall do this. At least it starts with the sh and it gives me that sense that I'm really saying something. Walking can become truly magical when we release all those shoulds we've attached to it. I'm super proud of the mamas I've worked with who've learned to let go of the step pressure, to let go of the high knee marching. There is a time for that, absolutely. For any of us who are wanting to get into much better physical shape, those types of things can actually help tremendously. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about using this walk to get into good physical shape, even though it will do it, even if it's a two-minute walk. But I am talking about getting in a good mental health, a good mental state. I don't want you to have a taskmaster on your shoulder, always saying to you, go, 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 go. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do this. You should do this. No, leave that master somewhere else and just go for a walk where you can be joyful. I carry my cup of coffee with me because that's part of my morning routine. And I have my devotional. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And if I'm inside the house, I usually just keep my coffee cup on the island and then I pick it up every period, every so often. But movement doesn't have to be about weight loss or fitness. Really, sometimes it can just be about feeling alive in your body. Release yourself from time requirements. A 5-minute walk, a 2-minute walk, I don't care. Just walk. When I'm doing these quick, oh, I'm feeling anxiety, let me do a walk. I really don't time it at all. I just walk and I smile. I smile while I'm walking. That's why I think people might look at me and say, "Oh my gosh, she's totally gone crazy." But it's one way that your body can really reset itself. Your mind can reset itself. And I love to say this, that where focus goes, energy flows. So if I'm focusing on smiling and finding the joy and bringing the joy, then, oh my gosh, it totally reduces that anxiety. It just blows it all away. So let's let go of those performance metrics. Everything valuable cannot be measured. But the peace that you gain, the mental clarity that you gain, the moment of solitude, these are precious gifts that don't show up on an app. Bringing joy, feeling joy, all of that is so precious. So how can you create your joy walk practice? How do you actually start this practice? Well, it's keeping it simple. And my dear friend Gina always says to me, keep it simple, sweetheart. And I like to say that as well. So choose any time that works for you. It doesn't matter. These joy walks, I would like to see you scatter them throughout the day. Every hour, if you want to do that. Get the children involved. I know I've mentioned before that with my grandchildren, we do our walks in the house together, especially over at their house. And then we play little games while we're doing it. The children pretend like they're stop signs or yield signs, and we play games with it. So Again, leave your tracking devices at home. Don't worry about those. This is just let's get out, go for a walk at your natural pace. If you want to run, that's fine. Or if you just want to walk, either one. Some days you might feel like you want a brisk walk. Other days it may be a slow meander. Just let your body lead and honor your body's wisdom. If your body wants to stop and look at the flowers or smell the flowers or pick up a pine cone or look up underneath a rock, do all of that and just enjoy it. Remember, feel the joy and bring the joy. This body, this connection, this body connection really will connect with your body's natural intelligence. And I've just seen so many beautiful transformations happen from this joy walk. The calm it brings, it ripples out to every member of your family. And the mental clarity, well, that helps solve many problems more creatively. And the joy, well, that transforms everything. So you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds lovely, but when am I supposed to find time? And that's the thing about it. I don't want you to really look for the time. I just want you to do it. I want it to become so spontaneous that every time you feel panic or anxiety or worry or sadness, time to walk. That's your signal. Let that be your signal that you need to get out and walk. You need to feel the joy and bring the joy. You, again, make it a family activity if we want to, but joy walks with children are a little bit different. But definitely, I would say, encourage them to do the same thing, to stop and smell the flowers, to look at the intensity of the color of the flowers, to look up at the sky and recognize whether or not it's all blue or is it blue with clouds or is it all gray today. These tiny pockets of time, remember, even a 2-minute walk around your yard or your apartment building, wherever you might be living, is while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, because I do brew my own coffee, so it takes about 7 minutes or so. It doesn't have to be perfect. The weather doesn't have to be perfect. But I want you to recognize that when you are feeling that chaos, that anxiety, that worry, you're just going to do a joy walk. And I've seen, again, the ripple effects that this has all the way down to your family or to any other person that you're in touch with that day. Because when you're calmer, your children will feel that energy and they will become calmer too. And when you model joyful movement, you're teaching your children a healthy relationship with their bodies and their minds. And when you prioritize these small moments of peace for yourself, you're demonstrating healthy boundaries and self-care. So connect with joy, feel the joy, and bring the joy. I want you to walk without goals because I want you to release your natural joy. I want freedom from the metrics because that's what's going to create the true peace. And remember that even these 2-minute short walks can transform your mood. And this practice can fit into real mom life with some creative thinking. And remember, it extends far beyond you and your family. Bring the movement, bring the joy, feel the joy, and enjoy these joy walks. So thank you for spending your time with me. I know you're super busy and I would love to support you further. Feel free to click that link below so that you can become part of my coaching course, which I'm absolutely so excited and delighted about. It will bring you so much more joy, so much more clarity, and so much more peace. And I love teaching. So have a great rest of your day. Until next time, just remember, I'm Debbie Page reminding you that joy isn't found in metrics. It's found in the moments of pure presence where you are finding the joy and bringing the joy. Have a great rest of your day.